So, in today's world of wonder, I want to think about friendship. I want to ask this idea: what is a friend? Is a friend somebody that you can ask to go out and get coffee with? And you know that when you go, they're going to listen to you. You can open up your heart to them, and you know that they're going to be there with you in it. You can trust them, and they're really going to hear you. Or maybe a friend is somebody that responds to you when you message them, right? You can text them or Snapchat or Instagram DM, and you know they're going to be there. You know they're going to be on time. They're going to be interested. Or maybe a friend is a classmate, somebody who you go through the stuff of life with, somebody that knows all the Zoom meetings that you've been in, knows all the homework that you do and all the sacrifices you make to be a good student. Well, I think all these things are what makes a friend. But let's be honest. Sometimes we can treat our friends like clothes. If it's too tight, too itchy, right, too old, we just get rid of them and move on to the next set. We treat friends pretty loosely, right? But I don't think that's how we should. And today I want to think about this idea that's tied to friendship all over the place in the Bible. It's the idea of sacrifice. I want to tell you about two friends, one named Jonathan, the other named David. Now, Jonathan's dad was the king of Israel, Israel's first king, Saul. And Saul got really jealous of this young man named David because he knew that David had been anointed to be the next king. But instead of siding with his dad and trying to help his dad kill David, Jonathan chose friendship with David instead. He chose to sacrifice for him, sacrifice his safety, and sacrifice being the next rightful king on the throne. Jonathan loved David, and David loved Jonathan so much that the Bible says in 1 Samuel that the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. That's powerful stuff. But it kept going. Even after David became king, and Jonathan would end up dying, along with his dad Saul, David remembered his friendship with Jonathan, and he remembered a promise, a covenant that he had made with him, that he would take care of his family even after he was gone. Well, he had the chance to, because Jonathan had a son named Mephibosheth. And Mephibosheth, after he was born, he was crippled. His legs were broken, and he couldn't walk properly. But instead of leaving Mephibosheth out in the cold, forgetting his promise that he made to Jonathan, David brought him in. He brought him into his own kingdom, and he had him eat with him every single night, as if he was his own son. You see, even after Jonathan was gone, and nobody would have known, David still kept his promise, and he sacrificed for the good of Mephibosheth. Now, if we go to fast forward to the New Testament, Jesus has a lot to say about friendship. He says, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. And Jesus didn't just talk about this idea of laying down his life for his friends. He did it. He made the ultimate act of sacrifice by coming to this earth as a human, fully God and fully man, and choosing to die on the cross so that he could make his enemies into his friends. Y'all, this idea of sacrifice is not just something we need to talk about. It's something we need to live out. I believe that God is calling us to sacrifice for those around us, sacrifice in our friendships in order to make Jesus known. And I believe that we have the opportunity to do that every single day. And that is a truly wonderful thing. Thanks for watching.